Hey family, so on this episode, I want to share with you a few reasons on why God won't fix your relationship. Now, I'm not talking about marriage. Marriage is on a whole nother level. This video is based on just relationships. If you're dating someone, a boyfriend, girlfriend relationship, okay? So if you are currently in a toxic relationship, there's no peace in that relationship. You guys are always bickering, arguing, fighting, and you're just unhappy. And you keep asking God, fix my relationship. Why won't you fix my relationship? I'm going to tell you a few reasons why God isn't fixing your relationship. The first reason is that He didn't put you in that relationship. That relationship is not an ordained relationship by God. It's not in His will. And a lot of times we go looking for relationships and we don't ask God about it. We don't put God in it. And we get into a relationship that's not of Him, and it steals our peace. And that relationship was created by something outside of God to destroy us. And now that we are going through the motion and we're in love and we're feeling all this pain, we want God to come and rescue us. Well, my friend, I'm here to tell you, if that is not the relationship that is in God's will for your life, He won't fix it. And another reason why He won't fix it is not that He can't fix it. He can. But relationships are areas that we don't always want to give to God. And if God, is willing to fix the relationship, He wants you to surrender it to Him. But that's something that we don't like to do because it's so hard, because of what it consists of. When you are surrendering a relationship to God, that means that you're letting it go. You're walking away from it. You're turning away from it. And now you're looking to God. You're seeking God. And you're seeking the will of God pertaining to your relationships. And when you do that, God can possibly bring this person back into your life if it is the will of God, on His own timing, not your own timing. Not because the person came back 2 weeks later and said, I'm changed. No. On God's own timing. And the way to know that is you're now in a place of, you're not worried about that person anymore. You're not bothered. You're not hurt. Now what matters to you is the love of God and the presence of God. And when you proceed and you seek God, He will give you revelation on that relationship because of your obedience. But a lot of times we don't want to do that. We're so stubborn and we don't want to give God that area of our lives. But instead, we stay in these toxic relationships and then we blame God and ask, why? Why won't you fix it? I'm always praying to you, God, but you don't want to fix it. And that's not fair to God. We can't make decisions and then begin to blame God. That's not fair to Him. So the first reason is He didn't put you in that relationship. That relationship was not ordained by Him. The second reason is you did not surrender your relationship to God. And now, when you do surrender and you leave, there's a possibility that might not be the person that God has for you. And because you trust God and you're obedient, you will be okay with that. Probably not in the beginning, but you will, because what God has for you is so much greater. Sometimes we can't see, well, all the time, we can't see what God sees. We're just able to comprehend in our minds surface things, but God sees the bigger picture, and He sees Paul over there, who is so much better than, John, who is so much better than John. But you're so focused on John, when being with John doesn't elevate you, when being with John doesn't bring you closer to God. And so The reason why this toxic relationship is not changing is because you have to surrender it to God. You have to let it go. It may not be the person that God has called you to be with. And so your prayers are being answered, and the answer is no or not yet. All right, think about it. No, not yet. That's powerful. So I hope that this video encourages someone. If you are in a toxic relationship and your peace is gone, and if you're in an abusive relationship, it's time to leave. God will never have a plan to put you with someone who is going to abuse you. That is a plan from the enemy to destroy you and to kill you. I hope this encourages someone.